Do not come. Do not come.
Well. It's like you guys are hearing a new fact or something. I was the one who was trying to tell everybody about this. I read Project 2025 back in November, and I made a video, and I specifically said women's rights are the #1 enemy in Project 2025. But here, let's watch this so you can catch up to what I'm talking about.
Is one, it requires you to register in person. So if you're elderly, if you're disabled, kick rocks. Two, it would require you to register to vote with one of two documents.
So this is the SAVE Act, okay? The SAVE Act. Basically, the SAVE Act, it's voter suppression disguised as security. It has a lot of consequences for women's rights, and especially like if you're in an abusive marriage, okay? Increased barriers for women, especially marginalized groups. Women with their names, if you are married and change your name to your husband's name, then you're fucked. And single mothers, you're fucked. Elderly women, you're fucked. There's a whole lot of shit going on for all kinds of women and in marginalized groups.
A passport or a birth certificate, or have changed their name since they married their husband or wife. It would mean
69 million women have changed their last name from their birth certificate and would be ineligible to vote. This bill also requires that you have to register to vote in person. Doesn't matter if you're elderly, disabled, doesn't matter, in person. And a driver's license will no longer do. You have to have a passport or your birth certificate.
Now, the progress of this bill is a little wonky. I've seen lots of different information that's all not necessarily
You basically have to jump through hoops. They make it impossible for you to do anything, especially vote. They don't want you to vote. That's the main thing they're after.
So I guess they miss.
Like, it could be a better possibility this year than it was last year.
I think as well. I think this video has made me rethink the 19th Amendment, but let's keep it going.
So I guess they misunderstood. When we said we wanted male-only voting, we meant male, M-A-L-E.
This bill would not prevent any undocumented immigrants from voting because they already can't vote. It's already illegal. They don't have.
We can repeat that over and over again. They still don't. They don't
have a driver's license here. They can't.
There's no use in wasting our breath.
But it is voter suppression of 100%. People who are American citizens. Not only is it essentially repealing the 19th Amendment for a lot of women in this country without actually repealing the 19th Amendment, but people who come from low income and disadvantaged communities who don't have access to their birth certificate, don't have a passport.
I warned you. Okay, now let's go over my video. Let's go over the video that I had made back in early November. I just wanted to go over some of the things that I read in Project 2025 because I feel like everybody should know these. Some of the things that we've been hearing are actually true, like public school. So public school curriculum, they're not. I only went over a few things. There was a ton more. They're talking about slavery. They're not going to be talking about civil rights. They're not going to be talking about climate. Anything climate related, they are taking out of public school curriculum. Things like certain online searches, or if you participate in any kind of community groups, they're going to be flagged way more easily. You're going to find it harder to access affordable healthcare, like when it comes to STDs, without any legal consequence. Okay. Okay. So if you rely on public transit, definitely expect. I warned everybody about public transportation. So there's going to be safety protocols longer wait times. Which I predicted. Not exactly the airplane. I said flights and buses and all that. So that was in Project 2025 too. Anyway, so there's gonna be a lot more frequent interactions with law enforcement, even for putting police in urban areas, projects of any sort. They want black people to deal with police. So and plus, there's gonna be way fewer spaces available. Mental or culturally diverse are anything like arts and libraries are not so because of that. Anymore. You're only allowed to make conservative. There's not going to be very heavy laws on product safety, so you will find yourselves like unknowingly affected by these changes. Obviously, because food safety regulations, they're going to be relaxed. There's going to be an increase in product recalls, and there's going to be a higher risk of exposure to like chemicals and pollutants. And we're going to sit here and not even know because we don't. The companies don't have to let us know all of a sudden. How fucked up is that? And here's the thing. It starts out saying, okay, basically this doesn't apply to white people, white men mostly. In terms of white people's rights, these policies, they don't quite apply, okay? And it says, especially in the context of employment and educational opportunities. This is a call to protect white men from perceived employment discrimination. And there will be a shift in focus. I'm quoting here from actual Project 2025. There will be a shift in focus that prioritize their interest over others in certain instances. Okay? So not only do all these new rules not apply to white people, white men mostly, but their interests are going to be more prioritized than any others. This is real.
I can't even believe that's
this is what I'm saying. Thanks a lot.
Right now. It sounds
Whoever voted for this asshole, thanks a lot. And you know, this is just a quick highlight of things. There's a lot that have to do with women's rights, okay? Women's rights are the number one enemy in Project 2025. And this truly is Trump's thing. I mean, he says he has nothing to do with it. That's a bunch of baloney, because if that were true, he'd be throwing a fit, dying to know what's in it, and you know that. Plus, there was these men from, these British men that were, hitting, has nothing to do with it. Oh, have you heard the way he says it? He goes, gee, he doesn't know how to shut his mouth. He puts himself on blast all the time, but I just think it's crazy because you should, if you have a chance, read it. It's online. Just Google Project 2025. It's not that long. It has a lot against women. Women are they're going to really see a lot of change. Even you might think, oh yeah, but that's not going to happen to me. This is going to happen to everybody. You will be surprised. It will happen to you. Just saying.
I tried to warn y'all. So I already warned you guys. This was all written in Project 2025. You know, there's even books you can buy that people interpreted Project 2025 for people. There's interpretations there's books, there's a million different ways for you to understand Project 2025. And I read the thing, and it was pretty it was crazy. I mean, it was brutal. And I tried to warn y'all, but nobody left. That video probably got like 2 views or something. Probably, I don't know, it got more than 2 views, but I don't know. It didn't get very many. And I know that I don't have a lot of followers. I know that a lot of people won't see this video, but I warned you months ago. All you had to do was read. You just had to read. That's all you had to do. There's so much more. There's so much that even actually surprisingly, considering how what small amount of time it's been, all the stuff I listed, they've already tackled most of that. With the schools and everything and the public safety and all that. That's nuts, man. That is nuts. But yeah, I fucking told you guys. So women, especially elder women, especially marginalized group women, we're gonna go through hell because we're gonna be slaves to our fucking husbands, whether you like it or not, whether your husband agrees with it or not. We're not gonna have voter rights. We're not gonna have rights to it's gonna be harder for us to get health care. Let me see. Reproductive rights, equal pay and workplace protections, access to affordable healthcare, all these things. The SAVE Act's consequences go beyond election security. It risks silencing the voices of millions of women whose vote shape policies affecting their daily lives, affecting your motherfucking daily lives. Like I done fucking told you. I tried warning you before the election, and I made sure you knew all about it after the election. So we're fucked. We're fucked.
Do not come. Do not.